It's all about fate too. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Happy People TV, Orlando Pirates fan channel. This is your Orlando Pirates news and transfer rumor show, the Buccaneer brief, and we've got some exciting things to announce for everybody. The Saleng saga continues, but it might be coming to an end. I know every Buccaneer needs to see that put to rest. We can't be talking about Saleng if he's not playing for us in this new season. And also a couple of players that might be leaving. And yeah, but the big story today, Saleng. So I hope everybody can stay tuned and nobody, absolutely nobody should even think of touching that dial. Aha. Yeah, Boba Fethu. As you know, I am your host, Mr. KP, and I am joined by the technical director, the man with his ear to the ground, Mr. Coach Dinsang Damfethu. Mr. Coach.
I'm feeling
okay,
good.
no, there was just
right,
a bit of a
man.
delay there. I'm sorry. Yeah, carry on.
No, I bengithi futhi ngimnandi mina Brian, can't complain. I hope everybody's good at home. Let's have vandag in the Monnapule Saleng People TV, but it really interesting news and it's a very true thing that's has just come out. So why otherwise like him not the Braga asingene endabeni.
Yeah, no, it just seems like your internet needs to futumala kara. So I guess just to summarize what you were saying, yes, nobody wants to be talking about whether he is or he isn't. The saga continues. Bombshell that we received from quite reputable sources for today's story. I think you're also trying to get to, man, this shouldn't be a channel that is talking about Saleng every day like that. Before we get into everything in Fethu, do you have anything to say, anything that you are feeling right now?
Yes, Buccaneer. Twice in a row now we asked you guys to help us get to 30 likes in the stream, and you guys went above and beyond. Yesterday's stream was a success in that regard, and we are very much grateful. So without asking too much more, it could be even anything more, can we please just hit that like, vandag? Let's try and get this very same stream. Let's go for 35.
Okay.
While we are on the stream, that will be greatly appreciated, Buccaneer. And if you can just hit your subscribe after shapa like or subscribe, fella, we'll be very much grateful. It goes a long way to helping the channel, so we definitely appreciate that. And that is all I have to say for now.
Away, Mr. Coach. Thank you, everybody. Please don't forget, just check there. And also, before we get too much into the news, I think it's difficult. Linda, as a viewer, it's difficult to be like, oh yeah, I'm looking at the live chats and then I forget to press like and all of that stuff. So just check there if you have liked and if you are subscribed. Okay. Today actually started out weird because there were so many conflicting stories. There was the one where he's going to travel, where Saleng's going to travel with Nda on Thursday, which was also something contentious from yesterday, number one. Number two, there was his contract has been extended. And then this man is going back to where he comes from. So let me just put that over here. This one is coming from Azola Tshobeni from SABC Sport. And he says, Monnapule Saleng edges closer to an Orlando Pirates exit. And he says, it is understood talks are ongoing between the Soweto Giants.
Read the article real quick. I'm just going to try and reset Vodacom because it's bugging.
Okay, sharp. Okay, Mr. Coach's connection there bugging. So I'm just going to read the article, everybody, and then we're just going to talk about it. So it says, it is understood that talks are ongoing between the Soweto Giants and newly promoted outfit Orbit College to help revive the player's career. And Saleng only managed 5 appearances during last season, with his last one coming against Al Ahly in the CAF Champions League group stages, leading to speculation that he only made the team because Pirates were putting him on the shop window for the North African Giants themselves. Reports on Saleng possibly joining Al Ahly were never substantiated, actually. And Pirates are still yet to address the rumors over why the player was frozen out. Why was he frozen out? There's also been a lot of what I can call hems. So I guess that actually makes sense, that we need to figure out why it happened, but I digress. So according to the information gathered through sources in Bloemhof, where Saleng hails from in the northwest, a reunion with his former employers is on the cards. Orbit College launched Saleng before he went on to sign for Free State Stars in the lower division and go on to become a household name. And Pirates approached the winger from Stars 4 years ago in what seemed a match made in heaven after he'd finished the season as the club's top goal scorer before Ialakoto sold their professional status, which nobody enjoyed. To help him find his feet, SABC Sport has been informed that Saleng is edging closer to a loan spell at Orbit College, who were promoted to the PSL top flight last month under the guidance of Bogiso Mugoye. The Northwest outfit top of the round robin league ahead of Cape Town City and Kasrik Stars to be the second team from the National First Division. Okay, so we nil league basically. Durban City won the Motsepe Foundation. Okay, no, I'll have to check that out. Okay. Won the Foundation Championship and automatically secured their status in the elite division. It remains to be seen how quickly Pirates can tie up the deal to send Saleng on loan and end the speculation over his future, please. And then Saleng previously spent a season on loan at Morocco Swallows before being recalled to be a key player in Jose Rivero's first year at the club. So in a nutshell, it kind of means we got him. And then we sent him out on loan to Swallows. And then, he did well there. And then we recalled him. So this would be his second loan. And since we are here now, I wanted to actually start the poll because I haven't started the poll yet, gents. And I think this article also, basically, it's echoing what I'm thinking for the poll. And what I'm asking myself is, will the Saleng loan to Orbit actually prove or provide a chance for him to revive his career? So I'm just going to create that poll now. Will the Saleng loan revive his career? Buccaneer. So that's what I want to know from everybody. Is it one of those loans that will just, have him off the books and end the speculation that we honestly need to do? Because I'm tired of having to talk about Saleng, especially because of the lack of information, which the article also, thank you Mazola, the way he wrote that, it actually goes with how I've been feeling. We need to end the speculation, and he needs to do something. And also because nobody has been saying anything, we don't really know the actual 100% truth. So that's why I feel like it's a good thing that this happened. And so, guys, you guys can participate. And the poll is up now, guys. Thank you very much. 50 of y'all in here. And as Mr. Coach did ask, Rekopa, at least 85. We are not asking too much. I hope we are not asking for too much in that regard. So, I think the other thing I wanted to get into as I get Mr. Coach back, and I think maybe I'll re-explain what I was asking for when we do get him back. But what I want to know is basically, are you guys feeling like, whoo, okay, it's better this way that that he's actually being linked on loan, or he's been linked for a loan move? That's a good thing, first of all. Second of all, do you guys agree that, or do you guys even believe it? In fact, before I even go too far, do you guys even believe this story because there's been a lot that has been coming out about him, and I usually do ask Mr. Coach for the credibility of the source, and I've got him back right now. Mr. Coach, can you hear me? I can hear you. I mean, you can hear me, but I cannot hear you. So we'll sort that out in the background. And while we do, I want to know from you guys, do you guys believe that this will actually be like this? I want to, honestly. I think I've said more than enough that ending the speculation is much better than him being there so that we blame Orlando Pirates is the one that's wrong. Monnapule Saleng is also the one that's wrong. So because we don't know the actual real unadulterated truth, I feel like it's better for me to believe it rather than not believe it. So I'll give you guys a chance to just think about it while I, in the background, try to get Mr. Coach back. All right, all right. Let me just fix the sound for Mr. Coach because I'm not able to hear him yet. Hey, you guys know these lives. Hey, the live, what's it? The technology for the lives is not always as good as we want to be. So, Mr. Coach, I would just like it if you just did the mic check there on the side so I could know whether I can hear you or not.
Yo, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, check. You hear it, brother?
Yeah, that is much better, Mr. Coach. Let me
You are.
go like this, like that. One more time, Mr. Coach. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay. No, I heard you earlier and then I didn't hear you, so I just have to fix the echo. And everybody else, guys, tell me if you guys hear an echo. And then, you will correct us. So, Mr. Coach.
Braaf aan me.
So, Mfetu, let's talk about the credibility. I think I've got you good. Everybody else, tell us if you have us good. And now we can get back on track with today's story, with today's transfer bombshell. Credibility from Azola, and how do you feel about the story in general?
Yeah, I'm fair too. Yeah, at the end of the day, Fereki him. It's not coming from the club straight, but when it's coming from Azola, the super journal, it is as close as it can get to a real story. The one thing about Azola, there's a couple obviously that are like him, Lawrence Kola and Snetemba as well with Idiski Times. What I like about them is that they don't rush to report on something until they have real stories. It's not just to fill up pages. So that kind of builds not credibility. But I'm saying, unless something takes a turn, I mean, I'll make an example. There's something that Azola said when he was on Andile's show. He's like, he was talking about the whole Rulani Mukwena thing, and he's like, you guys must know, if I don't hear it, there's a chance good I could writing, and then so far it's been the case. He did not report on the Rulani thing, and he even came out afterwards and he said that there were never such any talks. So obviously you won't know for sure until one day Rulani face to face strategy, but you never really know. But as far as sources come, I think he's the closest thing to being honest, if you will. So I definitely think there is a lot of truth in that, if not completely. So I would personally take the story as the truth, and I must say, Mfetu, I'm very happy with the reports. For me, it's a very good thing. First of all, Mfetu, for the player, bro, the noise is gonna die down. Bomtepana, stop judging him in the street when we hear his name. Because I mean, we're supporters, we can't help but draw conclusions and speculate and end up making judgments on things we don't know. So with him moving away from Gauteng and going back to the club that brought him to where he is, I think he can focus on his football, so he can focus on reviving his career. And like I said in yesterday's stream, there's no doubt or questioning his quality. I'll always say a fit Saleng with no backyard problems starts in my Orlando Pirates. No questions asked. So I think this is a great opportunity to get back into that frame of mind. Um, we might never find out ukuthi issue vele beyihlangane nemali or bekungasiyini. We might never know, but at least now he has an opportunity to go play some football and really challenge. I think another good thing is that whatever cloud is surrounding him or his name around the club will go away in the change room. The change room is not going to be asking themselves, Saleng this, Saleng that. The camp will be able to function grand nabo. There won't be any weird talks or snacks in the change room. So I think for all parties, it's a very, very good thing. I just want to add also, okay, now I lost my train of thought, sorry, but I don't know if you had read the unplayable portion of it. I guess that is a little bit of something to add before.
Okay. Let me read that portion actually. And let's see where we go from there. So from unplayable sources confirm that Monnapule Saleng has said yes to Orbit College. First called by SABC Sport, our informants reveal that the deal is done and he's agreed to go on loan to Orbit. It's done now, just for the announcement. That is very bold, that the way that they put it. I just wanted to say, yeah, there's been too many things that have been said, and it's hard to find out the truth. So when it comes to Saleng, I feel like everything of ours is going to be a question mark until there is an announcement. And I also just wanted to read this because I feel like whatever we are talking about right now, the way Kickoff also put it, it's funny. But how Saleng dribbled paparazzi, including every other Buccaneer, not just paparazzi, all Buccaneers who want to know what the hell is going on. And then it says, while the paparazzi waited at the OR Tambo to catch a glimpse of Orlando Pirates' departure to Spain for their preseason training, they were left disappointed with the no-show of Monnapule Saleng. I don't know who went there expecting to see him, but I digress. Pirates jetted out of the country, headed for Spain on Monday, where they are set to take their preseason training a notch higher with the new campaign starting on the 1st of August. And that weekend, they face Polokwane City in the quarters of the MTN 8 before beginning the league campaign. And we've lined up a couple of friendlies and they talk about the new signings and all of that. But what I wanted to get to is basically the headline, how he's dribbled the paparazzi. And yeah, dude. So that came out earlier, right? That came out before these ones that we are talking about that are from Mazola. And yeah, they're just showing that it's been a saga. It has been a saga. And when it comes to what it will do for his career, my take on that is that he's going to get game time. He didn't play too much for Sundowns, and then they sent him out on loan to Skukune. The difference there is that when they sent him out on loan, on his last year of his contract. According to reports, Saleng still has a couple of years on his contract. So the reason why I think this has a big impact on us is because if he actually does well, we're going to have to be forced at the end of the season, Kapakabo January, to think about it. Because last time he was Go Swallows, halfway through Ram record 6 months. 6 months, and then he impressed too much, loans, and then we called him back. Yeah,
on the player's quality KP, and in that 6 months, Penalona saw Manjeli 6 months. I can't feel like 3 months. I saw match fitness. I sharpened hat tricks in the You call the player back, assuming that. Because I'd imagine we're sending him out on loan. I'm imagining now, and that's next. For him to agree to that, they must have reached some sort of understanding with the management. Again, and before I go on, I want to give him credit for this because as much as I have a lot of bones to pick with him as how he handled whatever the situation was, I must give him credit that he never said nothing. Quiet, never spoke,
so
never
you're
cried.
Giving him credit for keeping quiet. Yeah, honestly, I see why.
Yeah, as a player, definitely. as far as we're concerned, there are no bridges burned until you've said something you shouldn't be saying. So, as much as I'd say the hurricane issue, yes, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm happy that I never heard anything at all, but at the end of the day, I kind of want to hear it from the club. And I've been saying from the beginning, I wanted to hear the issue from the club.
The
And not
responsibility is with the club and Click when it
yeah,
comes to
yeah,
these kind of things.
yeah. So the
Okay,
fact
Fede.
that
Yeah.
he might have been the one who's being aggrieved, like I was saying, Mabani, however way, he still maintained his integrity. And I think I read somewhere that even Uslam God said the same thing, and I definitely agree with it too. The fact that he hasn't said anything is to his credit, and it leaves the pathway back to Pirates open. And one more thing before you go on, anything
Ooh. Hey, that's a hot statement, Mr. Coach. Oh, see, it leaves the pathway still open because it didn't say anything. Okay. Sharpo.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, like I'm saying, they can. It's like a relationship between two people. Okay, as long as ningas stay strategy, angeke sinjaje masenibuyelane futhi.
Okay, I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever it is the issue was between him and the club, or maybe even between him and the coach, who knows? Whatever the issue was, they can resolve it behind closed doors and then come to us one day. But I bafethu angazi khuluma ngani thina bese right untwana just bekune issue nyana mara ungawari, everything has been fine and we're going to have to take it as it is. So that does work in his favor in that regard at least. And again, I hope I will not see him on the pitch versus Orlando Pirates, and like about alone where I have to now go die by my own sword. So
Fade. So Fade. I hear you. I like that. So let me just go through a couple of the comments. So Milton comes through and says it will revive his career. Dope. And then Tautona he's like, all about Fade. If the rumors turn out to be true, then it's a very good move for him. And it makes me more proud of the club. This could be actually the return of Saleng 2.0. Okay, cool. And then Usindi comes through and says, Pirates once again proves that isn't Izabo Saleng just signed a new contract with Pirates, and if he's going on loan, if he agreed to the loan, so he's Saga lentolene. And then Mr. Mafellong, he says, the move will be of benefit for the player, and because basically he needs game time. The last thing we wanted was him just sitting on the bench and sitting in the stands and sitting at home and him being forgotten. So yeah, I like that comment. And then he also comes through and says, let him play for 15 games and he'll join us second half of the season. And then Tebo Oliphant also comes through and says, better alone because he still signed a new contract with us until 2028. Mr. Coach, you want me to actually read that that's talking about him signing the contract from Latuma?
Yeah, let's read it. Let's asivule kancane.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
hey, Shumpetsu. So Orlando Pirates, I believe this is coming from Soccer Latuma, ladies and gentlemen, and they're saying Orlando Pirates are believed to be close to reaching an agreement for a new contract with Saleng, according to the insiders that are privy to these kinds of information. Sources close to both Orlando Pirates and the player have indicated that a pivotal meeting is understood to have taken place between Saleng and Buccaneer, that's right, Orlando Pirates' hierarchy over the weekend, where all parties have successfully discussed the outstanding challenges that had created uncertainty around his future. The insider stated that the Buccaneers have offered Saleng a fresh 3-year contract that will keep him at the club until 2028. It is not certain if the player will join Bucks for their pre-season training camp in Spain, but it is possible. There was a meeting between, okay, this is a quote, sorry. Okay, quote, perfect. There was a meeting between all the involved parties over the weekend where it's believed that whatever misunderstandings which were there were apparently squashed and a new agreement was agreed. No, apparently it's not exercising an option, like an extension option, like they usually have. It is believed to be an open 3-year contract. We can't talk much into the details now, rather say it's a 3-year deal. End quote, the insider told Sokalatuma. A second source stated how the club is still finalizing. A second source stated how the club is still finalizing whether the former player of the season will travel to Spain for their pre-season preparations. And yeah, that has been one of the controversial things. Hey, Mr. Coach, I can see you shaking your head there. Okay, and here's another quote from probably the insider. Quote, what we know and what we believe is that the club will be making the final decision on whether he should travel to Spain with the team. Apparently has been training with the team since they came back from the break, and it's believed that he'll be going it's been going well for him as an Orlando Pirates player, but what remains is to decide on whether he goes to Spain or continues with the special training program which the club has designed for him to catch up with his fitness. But he is still at the club with a new, but he is still at the club with a new deal. Okay, I can see why I couldn't read that properly because that sounds weird. He is still at the club with a new deal. Okay, end quote. The second insider told the Sia crew. And then they ended off by saying Saleng had limited time last season. Standout campaign came in the 22-23 season. Excellent goal to appearance ratio, scoring in approximately every 2 games. And then at the end here, they are just saying, would say Pirates obviously could not be reached for comment, obviously. And then, notably, with Saleng potentially signing a new contract extension, Pirates will also be able to sell or loan him to interested clubs. If Saleng impresses on loan and rebuilds his match fitness, this will give him an opportunity to return to play for Bucks in the future. It has not been officially confirmed yet as to where Saleng will be playing next this season. So can you see how the plot has been thickening, Mr. Coach?
It's thickening, bro. And as much as now I take Sokana Duma with a bag of salt, they kind of is some congruence with what they're saying as well as what Mazola came out and said. Because, I mean, they didn't make too many commitments. They were leaving at most things out open-ended. But they kind of were alluding, Guti, there is an option here where he might not be playing with the club. He could be going out on loan and somewhere. And if what but it does kind of coincide with what Mr. Molefe said. So again, I don't know. It remains to be seen. Mfethu, I think it would be good. It would be good for him for this thing to be true. I think would be excellent. Mfethu. First of all, it would be great if they squashed whatever their story is and they have penned a new deal, which also means because for anybody who might not be aware, when you go out on loan, you're still getting paid your full salary. You're just going to play elsewhere. So I think it would be good. And Obi Timfethu is also one of our many children in the South African football climate. I think we've got 2 players already on loan there who helped them gain their promotion. So Saleng would be one of 3 Buccaneer who are there in the first place. And I think that's definitely a good thing. Mfethu, we are football lovers, bro. And we all want Mfethu. Like I said in my ban, we want to see Saleng succeed, bro. It might have been some
the talent, at least, Mfethu, the talent, Mfethu.
Mfethu is a world of talent sitting in that man's feet, and I think it deserves to at least Mfethu go on for the next couple of years. So it'll be great to see Hurvele. The noise is out, lace those boots, and go fight for your place again. And if that's the case, I have no doubt that he'll be back soon. Mfethu, I'm not question.
Yeah, bro. I actually just want to conclude this Saleng thing, but then before that, I want to read the other headline that we have. Yeah, Azola Tshobeni Goodman Mosele, and then I think we can just expand a little bit on the Saleng thing one last time. So here it is. It's not much. And so they say this also coming from Kick Off. And they say the club is set to loan out both Goodman Mosele and Azola Tshobeni to Chippa United for this coming season. So, Mr. Coach, you know the questions I'm about to ask you. What is the credibility of this one? And how do you feel about the move? potential moves.
Yeah, but kickoff is hit and miss, bro. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they don't. I guess, I can't even say with this one. I would honestly put it at 50-50. I don't know if Pirates will be willing to loan out, especially Mosele, who's been out on loan before, but he's still young at the same time. You know what I find interesting? I would love to get my hands on Orlando Pirates contract just to see, because in fact, our contracts are always long, bro. I want to play sign only 1 year, 2 years, go Pirates. I've seen a number of players get a chance to be loaned once, twice, especially like feature under 20. But guy was 6 years, until who's taller when I think the number of players, Radio Man has gone on loan. Prior to now, Usesan has gone on loan before. Goodman has already had a loan stint. Okay, he was young also when he arrived. I think he was 2019 or 20. So he had a full 2 seasons with Pirates and then went and had a full on loan career. And then he's back again. And we are talking about loaning him again. So I'd really be curious to see 2 things that I want to see at that club. I want to, if one day I want a contract, I want to NDA because those NDAs must be airtight, brother. Airtight.
Uyo trial again, Vince. How will you trial again? And anybody in the comments. Okay, so we're asking for 2 things in the comment. Who can get us an ID? And and who has... I want to ask 2 things in the comments. Who can get us an ID? And 2, who maybe we can bypass the ID if you can show us a contract, at least a screenshot or something.
I just want to see. Like
Abayabo Mamulenga, Mango, somebody. We just want to see. Okay, talking about the comments, let me just go through the poll. 30 votes. 30 votes in, 80%, it will revive his career. Sharp. Yeah?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, just to speak on the move, let Azola go try again. I give him that second chance. I think it'll be second loan as well. I know I'm fair to see if he can't fight for a starting place. Because at the end of the day, if you can't, just because you can't necessarily make the squad more pilot doesn't mean that you can't play in the PSL. I think there are teams where you can genuinely become even a seasoned professional. To career so I'm not saying that must happen to Azola, but I think the loan will definitely do good for him. It'll give an opportunity to showcase his talent. Goodman, I would have liked to keep him, of course. I think between him and Barle Mariko, the CDM, also impressed. So obviously we can't keep them both. We would need one. I think we kind of. I did say in the keep sell alone, I would have opted to loan Slepe instead, but don't kill me, Buccaneer. It's just my opinion. So if Goodman is the one that has to go fight for a place, go Chippa, then so be it. I guess Slepe will fight for his place in the squad. So if the loan is open, Bakang chance of it. Worst case scenario, get loan with an option to buy, and they keep the players and they continue because they're both still young. They have full careers ahead of them to an extent. So yeah, let them go get some game time.
Yeah, I hear you. Especially because, like, if there wasn't such a concentration in all the signings that we made at once, I feel like their defense would be the fact that they never really got a chance to impress Ka the right time under the previous regime. So I would have actually given them a chance this season, especially with the new coach.
Spain.
Yeah, go Spain at least. And I don't know if they're part of the traveling squad, but let them go get some experience again and go get some game time. Impress Nyana. And so a comment here from Mr. Mafelong. He's like, Pirates should learn to move on. If players aren't fighting hard enough to secure their positions, then it's good to release them so they can find hope elsewhere. Thank you very much, Mr. Mafelong. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's hard, man. Look at Rasebocha. It wasn't so congested when he came through, and so it happens. Pirates,
Also,
should they be keeping people?
I think, okay, Azola, if we're talking about releasing players, I think Azola is somebody who would make sense to release him because, I mean, he couldn't even find a way into the squad, bro. So, yes, maybe Coach Rivero denied him a little bit of an opportunity, but to an extent, you have to, the floor has to be at a certain level. And if he couldn't make that squad, I think it's fine. Let him go. Mara, for me, Goodman Mfethu, that's a Bafana player, bro. He did not get into a Bafana squad when he did by fluke. The quality is there. I think he's just been very unfortunate. He came on a long-term injury when he came back into the squad last season. I think he was only available from December or April. So that's somebody that I thought it would be fair to send him to Spain. Let them all go fight it out in Spain and then let the coach decide who goes out on loan. But as I say that, I just remember that Orlando Pirates doesn't work like that. It's not the coach who decides who he wants. It's the club. And then the coach must make it work.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know he's on fit too. I think to wrap it up, I just wanted to say about the Saleng thing and whether it will revive his career. I just wanted to flesh out my thoughts in the fact that okay, sharp, it's a longer term contract if it's true. And then I asked myself, will it really revive his career? I mean, you look at Taba Mbule, and I feel like he might have played out of his skin last season knowing that Anna needs to go back home to. He doesn't have a salary to go back to go Sundowns. So he's fighting for his salary here. So if it's true that we gave him a contract, extended 3 years, fella, it might mean that he might have 4 months to chill until he remembers, hey, I must impress. But I feel like if it was really the last year of his contract, or at least Onasetseka one last year, he might have pushed even more. But let's see how he pushes. I do believe if he does well, and he's probably gonna play game in, game out, go up it. So yeah, I feel like it's certain factors that determine whether it'll revive his career. But if it does well, obviously it will. And that is my 2 cents on the Saleng saga so far.
yeah, for it to not work out, Mfethu Saleng would have to personally, in his own feelings, be fed up with football, the way I see it. And I doubt that's the case in Mfethu. He's still a very young man. I'd like to believe he also knows. Mfethu Saleng is Bafana quality. Bafana have been, as far as I'm concerned, we've been bleeding for Saleng quality for a while. We haven't had his profile on the right hand side, go squatting. We've been playing with right-footed right wingers. He really is that quality that can complement Mufukeng playing on the left hand side, or an Apollos playing on the left hand side in the squad. Not even go Pirates. So surely again he'll be Northwest. He'll be back in his hometown, Agnamsindo. Eventually, after a couple of weeks, Msindo Zopela, and everybody's gonna go back to Sadlala Tina Friday. So siyaqala ukukhohlwa ngomsindo ngento eyiningi isikhathi abafana bethu. We've got a whole 40 what man squad to focus on, so we can give him the space, and I think the media can also give him the space to focus on his football. And Mnang Sasho, a fit Saleng, once he is match fit and the dust has settled, akekho omunye for yena la PSL. So yeah, I look forward to seeing him. I might even watch some Orbit games. I won't lie, bro. I'm probably going to watch a couple of them. I want to see him play. I want to see my breadwinner play too. Yeah, so I definitely look forward to it. I think it's just before we close, one thing that I think it's a positive thing and it's a great change. It's always been negative. Hi, I'm myself. And it is great for it to have a positive spin on it. And I think for the most part, we're all looking forward to good things. The only people who might be disappointed are those who thought they were going to sign him. They're going to Churena or these are family matters. So yeah, I think it's a good thing, and I look forward to seeing how it develops.
Thank you very much. Well said. How do you guys feel? And we ended up on 36 votes, still an 80%. that think that he will revive his career at Orbit. If you ever get to hear or see this Ndate Abuti Saleng, please, Abdi Monnapule, try your best and show us that we made a mistake. Show everybody, prove everybody wrong. We are excited though to at least see you on the pitch. That is where we'll end it. Please, guys, don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe to be notified, then share Buccaneer so we can grow the community. Danko.